Hi everyone, this is Marianne and welcome to my channel. In my previous video in this series, I shared with you my word of the year for 2023 and I also gave a little sneak peek at the cover and dividers of my catch-all planner for 2023. And finally, in this video, I will be sharing with you how I made the dividers and the covers. I printed the dividers on the Bavania Splendor gel paper, but this is just the 115 GSM, which I have used before, which I showed in a video, which I will link down below. I wanted this thinner paper because I did not want the dividers to be too bulky. I have found a kind of unique or different way of making laminated dividers, and I really like how they turned out, so I'm sharing this with you all because you might want to try this out for yourself. Here is the file of the dividers that I have laid out. I am using the software called Pages on my MacBook Pro. If you have a Mac, Pages is already installed in your system. And I have picked different colors for each divider, just solid colors, but they are very bright and very fun colors, as you can see. I have also included the tabs in the layout, complete with the labels. And of course, the tabs are also already placed where they should go. The tabs will cascade downwards, and there will be 6 tabs all the way down, and then the next divider after that will have the tab at the top, and then the other tabs after that will cascade down as well into 6 different tabs, and so on and so forth. And here is one of the dividers already printed out. What I did was I just cut off the excess where the tab is, like so, and then I folded down that extra part of the tab to make the tab double-sided. Just the tab will be double-sided, not the entire divider. And then I laminated it just like that with some of the excess edges of the paper not yet cut. I did the same to all of the dividers that I have already printed out, as you can see here. All of the excess paper are still on them when I laminated them. And then after the lamination is done, I just use my scissors to cut down the excess altogether. Now this is just one sheet of paper that's laminated, so I can get away with not keeping the edges of the lamination. If you're laminating only one sheet of paper and you don't need to make your project waterproof, you can get away with not keeping the edges on the lamination. So I just went ahead and cut off all of the excess and all of the laminated dividers, and I ended up with this super cool, super colorful stack of tabbed dividers. And as you can see, all of the tabs align and cascade as I want them to. And by the way, there is no specific meaning to the colors. They don't really pertain to anything. I will not be using them for color coding either. I just want the profusion of colors to be in my dividers. Now, this divider for the calendar section is one giant tab, and there is a reason for that, which I will show you later on in this video. But all in all, I really like how this stack of dividers looks. I can shuffle these as I want to. They are kind of thick though. These are about 1 centimeters thick all in all, but that's okay. I need these dividers. They are crucial to me. I need super specific dividers because of my brain fog. If I combine sections so as to have fewer dividers, I would not know where to find anything. I would forget. And these sections do not have to be in any particular order because based on my experience with so many sections, as seen in my previous setup video, which I will link down below, the order of the sections do not really matter to me at all. I thought they would matter, but eventually I realized that they didn't. So the colors also do not have to be in any particular order. Now at the back of the dividers, it is just white, but the tabs are still in color. Now I know I used to say that I do not like looking at the white back of laminated projects, but as long as the tabs are colored, I don't mind looking at the white. In fact, I kind of like that there is a distinction between the front and back of the dividers because of the white back and the colored front. Now, I could also have printed the solid color on the back of the paper, and you can totally do that so that your dividers will look exactly the same front and back, but I prefer this. And here are the tabs. As you can see, there are 6 tabs cascading, and before the cascade begins again, another set of 6 tabs, and so on and so forth. Now, you know how tabs are structured. Now, to punch the disc-bound holes in these dividers, I do not use my Happy Planner punch because this cannot punch plastic or laminated sheets, but I am going to use a paper template that is hole punched using the Happy Planner. The paper template is the same length as the dividers, and these are just pieces of scrap paper that need to be thrown out anyway. So to make the holes, I clip the template to the divider using binder clips, and then I use a single hole punch and a pair of scissors to make the holes. This is the most labor-intensive step of the entire process, but I don't really mind. I need to go slow on this because the holes need to be in precisely the right places, or else the dividers will not be easy to turn on the discs, and that will drive me mad. So I just take my time when doing this. I usually put on a video on YouTube or a Netflix movie while doing this and punch out the holes very carefully and very precisely. And finally, after watching maybe 2 episodes of Wednesday on Netflix, all of the dividers have been punched, and here is the entire stack. Now, currently, my catch-all planner is still in this transformer format, which I did create on camera a while ago. I will link the video down below. And while I did sincerely like this when it was new, it lost its charm eventually. And to keep me using it, I even got new discs. These are the teal metal discs from the Happy Planner. These are expander discs. I thought getting new discs would make me like using this transformer planner, but I still ended up liking this less and less. I do not know why exactly, but maybe because this transformer planner compartmentalized my life too much. Like I have a set of covers for my writing career, a different set of covers for personal, and so on and so forth, and my brain doesn't really work that way. Like when I'm working on a creative project, like maybe a YouTube video, I do not just work on that. I am also working on my thesis, which is a part of my writing career, a different compartment of my life. So not seeing that tab for the university section kind of throws me off. I'm the kind of girl who wants to see everything simultaneously. So while these covers are so pretty, and I will hold on to them of course, I will nevertheless take this entire transformer planner apart and use the old inserts in my new planner for 2023. And in keeping with my visual theme, which is color, 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 I'm going back to my rainbow colored metal discs from the Happy Planner. These are the expander discs, which means they are 1.75 inches in diameter. These are the largest discs that Happy Planner makes. I do have an unboxing of these discs, which I will link down below. Now, these teal discs did not come with a rainbow set. These came with a set right here, but I will use one of the teal discs because it's more vibrant than a couple of the colors from the original rainbow set. Now I want the colors of the discs to go a certain way, and I finally decided on this configuration. I picked the colors that would best echo or mirror the colors of the covers that I want to use for this catch-all planner, which I will show next. And now I am just going to put the dividers onto the discs. Again, they are in no particular order, except that the tabs should cascade in sets of 6, so it will look neat. Now I have printed out this photo from Unsplash. This is a photo of an art gallery located in France, and I chose it because it's an art gallery and it's located in a beautiful country. And just look at all the colors. They match so well with the discs and the dividers. I will link this specific photo in the description box. Now, you can use photos from Unsplash in your personal planner. They are allowed to be used for personal purposes, but what we are not allowed to do is to use them for commercial purposes. We are not allowed to sell them or use them in projects that we are eventually going to sell. However, if you want to use them for commercial purposes, you can contact the artist or photographer through Unsplash and get their permission or even hire them for a particular project. So many amazing artists and photographers are on Unsplash. I suggest you go check out the link. Now, I ended up using my scissors to cut this down to the final size because my paper trimmer needs a new blade, but that's okay. My hands are still reasonably steady to allow me to cut in a straight line. And this second one is for the back cover. I actually printed out the covers for my planner, which is this colorful stair banister, which is also from Unsplash, which I will also link down below. Now the colors here also echo the rainbow metal discs on my casual planner, but there is less color on here compared with the photo of the art gallery. And I can see an emerging theme here, and it's not just colors, it is also architectural details. Because in the covers with the art gallery, there is a building and a doorway to the side, and stairs and a window, which you will see again later. And by the way, I printed these on just photo paper. This is the B&E brand. It comes in A4 size and the packaging says it's 200 GSM. I bought this in a pack of 10, which cost 36 Philippine pesos. But the photo paper still felt too floppy for me as a cover, so I'm going to use this 200 GSM white cardstock as a backing material to make the photo paper thicker and stiffer before laminating. I will just use a bit of this glue stick to adhere the photo paper to the cardstock and then cut again using my scissors. To laminate, I'm using this Quaff laminating pouch. These are just 125 microns. These have been what I have been using ever since I switched to the disc bound in 2021. And in fact, my search for a new planner, which eventually led me to the disc bound, was my project for One Book July 2021, and I will link the playlist down below. I always cut off the excess lamination before putting the project into the lamination machine so that I can get to use the scraps for smaller projects in the future. And for cutting the plastic, this paper trimmer seems to work just fine for the plastic but not for paper. And now finally, the covers have been laminated and the excess lamination already cut off. For the sides where the discs will go, I have cut off the lamination completely. I did not leave an excess for sealing. But on the other three sides, I did leave 5 millimeters of excess lamination to keep the covers sealed because, of course, there are two layers of paper in here. The photo paper and the cardstock we glued to the back earlier, that needs to be sealed. And then I just snip off the corners so that they will not be too sharp. And now finally, we are also going to punch holes in these covers using the same method that we used for the dividers. But of course, because these are covers, they are taller and wider than the actual inside content. And so I'm just going to place the paper template in the center, put on the clips, and then do the actual hole punching using my single hole punch and a pair of scissors. And finally, we come to the most satisfying part of all, which is to put the covers on the discs. Here is my catch-all planner with a 1.75-inch rainbow metal discs, and here is my planner with a 28mm black metal discs and the fly leaf I made a few months back. This one holds all of my daily and monthly pages. I'm going to take out the fly leaf and the covers from my planner and put on this new set of covers with a colorful stair banister. Now, because this is my planner, the divider for the calendar needs to go here, and the reason why the tab for the specific divider goes all the way to the edges of the divider is because I need the tab, quote unquote, to cover these side reminder tabs that I place on my daily pages. These can be distracting to see if I am not actually on the calendar section. So I needed something to cover these up when I'm not on the calendar section. So I decided, well, I'll just make the tab long enough to cover everything. See, now all of the side reminder tabs are concealed when I am not on the calendar section. And now I'm also going to transfer the new divider for the notebook orders to the planner because that is where I keep this section for now, although of course I can transfer it to my catch-all anytime. And this inbox section will also be transferred back to the catch-all planner. Now, I am not so sure about the black metal discs on the planner. I do want rainbow discs on here as well, but Happy Planner does not have 1-inch rainbow metal discs. They have them in 0.75 inches, which is the mini, which is too small, and then it jumps to 1.25 inches, which is the medium, which would be too big. So for now, I will stay on the black metal discs. One last thing I need to take from the old setup into the new setup is this pen holder. This is not a repositionable pen holder, but because I always just stick it onto a plastic surface, I can get away with making it repositionable. Now at least the black pen holder matches the black discs, at least. There is also this side-loading laminated pouch that I made, which is on here, that is empty, but it's putting me off. So for now, I will transfer it to behind this one divider here. And I really like that when I open the planner with a colorful cover, there is also these colorful tabs on here. Now, I am not done yet with the complete setup of these two planners, but for now, I just wanted to get the basic skeleton or structure of these two planners on the discs and then move on from here. I need to take this old planner apart and place the contents into the new planner, but that can be for maybe another video. So please watch for my next video in this series. And so please make sure that you are subscribed to my channel and that you have clicked on the notification bell so that you will get an alert as soon as the next videos are up. Thanks for watching. Bye.